Welcome to part 1 of the Student Learning Objective training session. The goal for today is for each teacher who designs and delivers instruction to develop one student learning objective and identify high-quality performance measures and proficiency indicators that will measure the effectiveness of the SLO and submit them for review on the PV Google form designed for SLOs. So what are student learning objectives? It's an academic goal set for an educator's students at the start of a course. It represents the most important learning that is aligned to the PA Core, state, or national standards, as well as any other school and district priorities. The goals must be specific and measurable based on available prior student learning data. This baseline data may come from a variety of sources such as pre-tests, pre-assessments, or a student's prior academic history. Teacher scores are based upon the degree to which the goals were attained, as evidenced by student academic performance at the end of the course. This end-of-course performance can be captured in a variety of ways, such as through performance tasks, extended essay responses, or other authentic application of skills. This form will be used throughout your SLO training to help guide your training. If you scroll down on the form, you'll see the materials you need. You will need access to a computer where you can log into Google Chrome or your Google Drive, or you can access the PVSD SLO link. You will need this template. There's your template. It's the template that the state has developed and we have put onto the Google Drive. Each of the components will be addressed in different videos. Classroom context, your goal, your performance measures, and your performance indicators will all be addressed today. The elective rating will occur after you determine how many of your students actually meet the goal. You will also need the help desk. The help desk is a series of definitions for each component on the template. You'll notice that each section is provided a definition, the type of entry you'll need, along with an example. This is a very important tool and you'll want to have that with you. You will also need to access the SLO form, which looks like the template. It just happens to be on our own Google Drive. In each case, the identifiers for each section match the PDE template. As you fill in the template, you'll notice that some places have drop-down menus where you might identify your school, your direct supervisor, or you might be asked to type in your name. In every spot on the template, there will be directions on how to complete the template. Another important piece for you to consider as you work through the SLO training are people that can help you. In the high school, a member of our SLO team would be Doug Leister or Kate Kelly, and in each of the middle schools and elementary schools, the principals would be your point of contact. As you work down the page, you'll notice that there are a variety of videos and activities for you to complete to help you complete the SLO template. Something for you to consider is that There is definitely a connection between student learning objectives and action research. While this is optional, this will be a great way to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. We'll take the next few minutes to discuss how SLOs fit into the new teacher effectiveness system. As you know, Act 82 was adopted in its final form in January of this year. For the year 2013 or 2012, we will see that the state has published how the final pieces of this teacher effectiveness system will be implemented. The Danielson framework, those 4 domains that you've typically been assessed on, will eventually comprise, for many people, 50% of their teacher rating score. Building level data is 15% for everybody, and that is the building SPP. The teacher-specific data won't go into effect until after 3 years of PVSD data is collected. That won't go into effect until 2015-2016. What starts next year is this elective data. The only thing elective about the data is that you can choose which data you will use to determine how well your students learned what you taught them. This is the SLO component. For this year, as you know, 85% of your score is comprised of the Danielson observation model. 15% will be the building SPP. We won't have that for a little while, so your 82-1 has been designated as a draft. Your 82-1 looks like this. The domains for Danielson are listed here. The building level score comes beneath that. The final teacher effectiveness measures include the Danielson model, the building score, and this year, teacher-specific rating and the elective rating both default to a 2 because we are not being assessed on those. Your final earned points is converted to a performance rating. In this case, the sample teacher earned a 2.14, which falls in the middle of the proficient category. Scrolling down, you'll note that you are either a temporary professional employee, someone without tenure, or a professional employee. This score resulted in a proficient for a satisfactory rating. For the upcoming year, the percentages of your evaluation shift slightly. The Danielson model is still 50%, as it will be at the end of the implementation of the teacher effectiveness system. The building SPP is still 15%, but for next year, the elective data is 35% of your teacher effectiveness rating. This is your SLOs. So then, let's summarize the goal for today. The goal for today will be to design and build and review a student learning objective. 1 goal per teacher. We are encouraging teachers to work in teams and write common SLO goals. As previously mentioned, you will have access to training videos such as this one for each component of the template, guides such as those already pointed out to you, the template that PDE provided, as well as the template on the PV Google form, and other stuff that the state defines as examples. All of these can be found on our district website under Teaching and Learning for Student Learning Objectives, or on a Google Doc site that you have received the website to, or the link to. The outline of this day's work includes this orientation you've just received, designing, building, and reviewing your SLO goal, and then on Tuesday, actually writing or revising or aligning your assessments to the goal to ensure that they are of high quality and actually measure the learning that which your children are expected to achieve.